Hello everyone, welcome in. You're gonna be running some more FF.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Okay. I'm lagging a little bit here on my end with frame drops. Do this, probably just dialogue quest and see if it fixes itself or not. There we go. Okay, it just had to stabilize.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'll stand where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you.
Sid? What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. Saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Let's go.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Probably take a guess. The pain-in-the-ass trader's mother. That's my guess. Look her engine.
Look. Up ahead.
Martha.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were
You're
helping
fine
Barons.
too.
They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There's only ever been one order of shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far. Even for the Empire.
Yeah, I think whenever we get the next icon, I'm going to replace Titan. Showing us no. Friends are dropping.
Are we too late?
There might
Probably.
still be someone inside.
I'll take that as no. Where's the priest?
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive,
This won't take long.
That works.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Quest complete. Dark clouds gather. Breath of wind gouge.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Found her.
The abbot.
Never mind.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
Yes.
Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Martha to beg his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Not anymore.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Reddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Okay, I thought that would have been passable. Oh, this is Little Region boundary. I don't know. I'm not too big on pile drive, but Thunderstorm's pretty fun. thunderstorm is really fucking fun. Who are you? A Hamren. Bounty. Okay, so this one's the bounty target. Okay, let's see how these are. For his marks, every now and then may encounter creatures larger, faster, more ferocious. Flies always an option. Defeating these marks will not only run now, but also bring materials.
Do they get spotted us, Mordor? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Okay. Actually, might be worth going and doing. That's the basic one they give you story purposes. They actually might be worth going and doing. Those actually might be worth going and doing.
You didn't see that coming.
The joke's to me, Clive. I will say that it probably was exactly the joke I would have just said, but... So... I wonder how many of those I can actually... Now that I've been introduced to them, in air quotes there, I wonder how many I can actually...
That must be
will be on the map now. I wonder, can I actually see them on the map? Maybe once I get back to the hideout, I'll be able to see them. I'll be able to actually... Because I'm guessing that's what the board is the bounty board.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
Herbs. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
So we'll do this quest and then not do change setup here. Because I'm still lagging a little bit here and there. Some
No one
bit
survived
regrets.
then.
I'm sorry. Before we passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Okay, so I notice I now have the Marines currency now. Let's go back to the hideaway.
Now, where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
I handled it nicely, at least.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
So we're playing on their app on the side of food.
All eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming.
So we can play on their app on the side of food.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals.
So I'm guessing we're gonna head on to probably Titan 1?
4 Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
Probably the one in Dhalmekia first.
The bulk of the Republican army march into Twinside. Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
He's gonna guard it
There is
himself.
one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Took you long enough.
Uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
So I'm guessing that's the bounty reward. So I wonder what's Otto's counter is now open, which is what we just saw. Probably is where we had. As you can probably tell. Which alien reports are gonna be, which we kind of met at the end of the last highway level. And Patron's Whisper and the Huntboard are both new. All 3 are located near Otto. Renown. Completing side quests available through alien reports and defeating Notorious Mars will earn him renown. By nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money into her items. Visit the Diary of the Patron's Whisper to view the level of 1700. Okay, so that's what the green is. It's renown. This is just kind of a prestige currency type thing, it looks like.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
This way? Yeah.
That room's as ragged as...
So Arthur's all right. Yeah.
Clive. There you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for
Yes. Our mysterious Moogle friend. Nectar, was it?
you. To the bowl. Thank you very much.
I'll stick with Nectar if it's all the same to you. What seems to be the matter?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The Hunt Board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew that already. That's why I need your help. I need to remind you, Kupo. I'm the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend of the foolish or ghoul of the green sword can measure up to Nectar the Bowl, Kupo. And now I need you to slay them all.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to find someone who understands me, Kupo. Also, you're then keep an eye on the billets that gets posted on the board. So anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm your Moogle. Okay, so who's on here? Fiends. Okay. So that one's already been hunted. Angel of Death and Belphegor. There's a Harpy. Okay. So can I actually see these now on the map? This is apparently near. Aha! I can see marks available nearby. Okay.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure.
Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
These side quests feed marks on renown. We know it's not used and will never diminish. Okay. So we had to have 15 for this, we have 25. So the next one's at 45, 85, and 100. Ray-Ban Outlaws and dashes these at Darren Do. For all the talk among the ladies of the court, we gather several items of worth that we might continue gallantry. Heartstruck Dowager. 20 Valley Matter, 20 Steel Silk, 20 Bloody Hide, 400 ability points.
You earned this.
Okay. So it is very much going and hunting. It's actually worth going and hunting down those bosses. Because those are a lot.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
I'm still slightly under. Also, what does this one do again? Presumably lightning strikes. Probably can grab this at least. Go and get that upgraded. Okay. I will be right back. I'm gonna go refill my cup. So. you're watching? What do you want?
White Scars, Space Marines versus a large army of Tyrians. This is a 5-part series which is called The Invasion, which it's simulating the invasion of the Tyrians over the actual terrorist section of it. So it's White Scars versus a shit ton.
I might come back here and watch when I get done streaming. Do probably one few more missions. Okay, I'm back. So let's get going. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares.
Fair.
Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely.
Yeah.
Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
That works.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
The Black Shields.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, Your Lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Welcome, stranger.
Ooh. Expensive little things though, but it's a full HP heal.
I suppose we will be seeing you again.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? I heard you were 1,000.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you?
Yes.
At least I think it was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another Eastpool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna try something. See this